Hi there, Scary Gary. Well, we're starting our trip to Alaska in this series of videos. And we started out and went up to Denton, and we stayed in the Wagon Masters, which I've done videos for in the past, and I'll link it in this video also. But we spent a couple nights there. Specifically, it was our granddaughter's birthday, so we stayed there first. Then our next stop was Garden City, Kansas. And you're going, whoa, where's Garden City, Kansas at? Well, honestly, I didn't know before. I ended up getting transferred there in the early 80s. But basically, it's in the southwest corner of Kansas. It's about 65 miles north of the Oklahoma border, and it's about 65 miles east of the Colorado border. And that's where Mary Lou grew up. And so, I mean, you might say, why would you go to Garden City, Kansas? Well, I went there because I got transferred out there. They were building a power plant, and the engineering company I worked for transferred me out there. But the one good thing about Garden City, and I say there's many good things about Garden City. The first thing, it's got Kansas's largest zoo. And it has the world's largest concrete outdoor free swimming pool. And I think you got to say all those words. And I'm not even certain if it's still true, but that's what it was when we lived out there. And supposedly in the 30s, they had WPA money, and they just started building the pool, and they had extra money and people needed work. So they just kept making it bigger and bigger. And it is a very large pool. But the best thing is, that's where I met Mary Lou. And that's actually where we got married. And the number one reason we stopped by there, because all her family have moved away from there. Her mother has passed. But we needed to go by and check the gravestone to see if it had been engraved. Because when we were out there, she was interned, and she was put beside her mother. And it had her name on it, but it didn't have the date. So Mary Lou kept calling them, and she couldn't ever get any really answer. So when we planned this trip, I specifically made a point to come through. Now, there is not very many campgrounds in Garden City. I mean, there's Walmarts, there's tractors, there's places you might be able to boondock, but we aren't boondockers. But they do have one specific spot. It's called RJ's RV Park, and it's a little bit of an older style. And I tell you, if you look at the front, one day it was a KOA. I guarantee you, it's got that A-frame look at the building, and but it's been weathered. We'll put it that way. The good news about it was there wasn't very many people there. And we got full hookups. There's I think 60 sites there. 50 of them are full hookup sites. And it also has 2 cabins. I never did go look at the cabins. But it was very adequate for a one-night stay. It was very inexpensive. I will put a note here what it cost, because I don't exactly remember what it was. But it was easy in, easy out. The only problem I had there was on the way up from to Garden City, we caught quite a bit of rain, quite a bit of storm, and guess what? My cover for my battery blew off, and I had to go try to find a new cover. Luckily, I was able to get one and put it on there. But this will be the number one trailer repair of our trip, which there's going to be a few others, but it's opportunities, and these are things that are going to happen. So I like to share them also, because I mean, they're things that happen. I don't know if I'll ever stay in RJ's again. If I'm in the area and I absolutely need something, I would probably. But truth of the matter is, if it wouldn't be for having to check the gravesite, I think we probably would have stayed maybe in Dodge City at the KOA that was over there, or maybe would have gone ahead and tried to make it over to Colorado and up, There was a lot of other places close. It was just kind of like this specific isolated area was a little tough to find. But if you are stuck in that area and you need a spot, might check out RJ's. Well, I hope this has been informative, and I sure hope to see you next time.
If you like the video, give it a thumbs up.
Turn on your post notifications.
Put the comments down below.
Subscribe and you make us happy, right, Maggie? Oh.
Oh my gosh.